Guys, um how are you doing? How has your day been, or how is your day coming along, or how is your evening going? So I'm hoping that everyone is okay wherever they are. I'm just trying to make a short video this evening because there is this nagging thing that just came up. I was just seated minding my own business, and then suddenly this question that I was asked one time by a friend of mine pops up in my head. Let me just put it out there. Do you believe, honestly, that there can be best friends that is a boy and a girl? And especially when you're dating, imagine that your boyfriend or your girlfriend has a best friend of the opposite sex. If so, why? Let me know in the comment section. But now, given my experiences, what I've seen people go through, what I've seen happen, and what happened to me, this is this is the answer I gave her. I said no, unless it is strictly and purely professional. I know that comes out very weirdly or very insecure, but that is just my take on the matter. That is how I feel about the subject. Uh, the reason I'm saying that is because I believe that there can never be a purely 100% best friendship or best friends between a boy and a girl. Why? Well, it's nature. People of the opposite sex doing everything together, spending most of their time together, caring for each other, going out, just hanging around each other for longer hours. Nature has it that one way or another, one of those people or both of them will develop attachment issues with the other person, kind of possessiveness with the other person, and just some feelings will grow, whether we choose to ignore them or we know they're there and we assume they're not there or pretend they're not there, but the truth is that happens. So I feel that it is impossible to have best friends. We can be friends, but you can't say best friends. Because to me, best friend is a kind of heavy title. Well, another conviction that makes me say that is 90% of the guys that were in my life as friends developed feelings for me. The remaining 10% was me developing feelings for my friends. And I would say that sometimes you don't know when it happens. You just find yourself thinking about this person most of the time, or wanting to spend time with them, and just feeling a little jealous when they are with another person that is not you, a girl. And remember, that is your friend. And I would see my male friends also becoming very possessive. And actually, some of them told me outrightly they like me and they would want to be with me. That is the reason I'm saying it cannot be purely best friendship. Somewhere along the line, either the boy or the girl or both of them develop that kind of connection. And, sorry, communicated or not, those feelings are always there. The truth is, the reason that some people have not been able to confess what they feel for their best friend, maybe is because their best friend is attached to another person, or they are attached to another person. But I'm sure you have had these cases where people have had some kind of arrangement where they are being or having friends with benefits kind of arrangement. Yeah. So that is the reason I would like strictly or strongly say no to a best friend who is a guy, especially when I'm dating. Because why would I have a best friend who is a guy and he's not my boyfriend? I think that when I'm dating, my boyfriend should be my best friend. If I have to have a guy best friend. But then again, not to sound very insecure and possessive and old fashioned and too strict. That is actually, those are the titles people give me. They always say you are too uptight, you are so idealistic, you're living in a fantasy world, oh, you're so old fashioned. I know. But I wouldn't say it is majorly being old fashioned and strict and insecure, because the truth is, insecure or not, a guy or a woman that will leave you will just leave you. If they want to leave you, they'll just leave you. So the reason I'm sounding uptight with this topic is because when you are in a relationship, it will be very prudent to just create boundaries and to commit to the person that you are seeing wholly or fully, so that you avoid a lot of misunderstandings and chaos in the relationship. I'm not saying that you start spying on your spouse because they have a male friend, and I'm also not saying that people should not have friends that are of the opposite sex. We are fashioned like that. We will have friends of the opposite sex. But to say that they're my best friend, then what is the position of my boyfriend or my girlfriend in case I'm a guy, you know? Yeah. So to avoid those chaos, to avoid the misunderstanding and unnecessary jealousy and insecurity issues, it's important to just set boundaries and to just commit to the person. And then to make it also easy, we people should just involve each other in their world. Like when you're meeting a guy or a woman, they've had a life before you. Of course, they've had these friends, and also the guy or the woman has had friends. The opposite person, the opposite gender, both have friends from their life before they met each other, you know. So I think it's important for these two people to let each other, to open up to each other enough that they let each other in the other person's world. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, let me use myself as an example. If I meet a guy right now, I would wish for him to allow me into his world. And similarly, I would let him into my world because I want him to understand me and to know the people that are around me. That is, if I am really intentional with being with that person for a lifetime journey. So, letting someone into my world would mean introducing them to my family or a few of my relatives and my friends, both male and female. That way, it's easier to build this trusting relationship or friendship, or to court with the trust, because these people are friends and they've been in each other's life before. But saying that they are my best friend who is a guy and there is nothing really, I'd be lying. I've also watched a number of challenges where a girl is asked to call her best friend who is a guy and tell him that she wants to get down with him, have sex with him, let me just say. What's funny or surprisingly, the guys are always ready to do that thing. So tell me, can you like do that thing with someone that you don't have feelings for? I know for guys maybe they do, but really, a girl will allow a guy to do that with them when they are not feeling something for them, unless it's or when the sex is commercialized. Yeah. So I think that was my thought on the subject. And I know it's very controversial because some people will argue that they've been best friends with a guy for over 10 years, or they are best friends with a guy, they do everything together. But is it really honest and genuine? Because even if you guys are not sleeping, somehow it's always uncomfortable when one of you brings another person in the circle, like the guy gets a girlfriend or the girl gets a boyfriend. For that person to be integrated into this best friendship, it kind of feels weird, or there is that awkward air around them where someone feels maybe out of place or struggles to fit in, or one of these people is having this possessive and traits, or just feeling like this is my best friend, you just came recently, or why, I don't know. I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. So I would really like to know your thoughts on the subject in the comment section, and I will be watching to maybe give more insights on the subject. Bye.